the information superhighway, an online network called Internet.
Sound is matter.
That's right. Well, matter's not the only thing that can't be created or destroyed. Energy, but those are the same thing.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying,
You just wanted
conservation
to
of
sound smart.
it's more of a conservation of mass and a conservation of energy.
Sometimes I wish we had $400 microphones.
Why is that? You don't like these microphones?
No, these are fine. I'm just used to the expensive one that I've been streaming with. So this sounds compressed in comparison.
That's not $400 though.
No, I was just specifically thinking about the Shure SM7B that you have.
That was only $200.
No, it's not.
Is it not? I
No.
bought it for $200.
Oh, well, you got a half-off deal.
Oh, fantastic.
It's a $400 microphone.
Oh, yikes. No, I did not pay that much for it.
Let me double
For
check
sure.
just to be sure.
I also bought it on eBay, and I know you have a thing about eBay.
eBay's fine, but I would rather other options first. I bought my teleprompter off eBay.
Yeah. I buy most camera stuff off of eBay.
Oh, I didn't turn the TV off.
Oh.
That's okay. What was I looking up? Oh,
The Shure.
SM7B.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, that's like the standard podcast mic. Yeah, it's $399.
Wow. I certainly did not pay that much money for it.
You don't believe me?
No, I did. I believe
Scott
you.
doesn't believe me.
I'm just saying I didn't pay that much money for it.
There it is,
Yeah.
folks.
Okie dokie.
Wish I had like a text to speech so I could let everyone know.
We'll throw it up on screen.
Yeah, Dennis,
Dennis.
put it up on screen.
We say that as if Dennis actually edits these in any capacity. He doesn't. He just
No.
listens to them.
Kevin just asked me if I want to get invoice on Discord. Do you want
Oh.
to get invoice on Discord?
Ooh, what's he going to talk about?
I don't know.
I feel like he just wants to chit-chat for a while.
I'll just tell him we're in the podcast.
Okay.
Introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Scott. I have a YouTube channel called youtube.com/comics. And
Really? You got that URL?
I got that one. Can you believe it? No one else was taking it.
Wow.
It's
I have
pretty
the
impressive.
URL youtube.com/comicbooks. I don't use it for anything.
Yeah, right.
Nobody had it, so I took it. It's mine now.
That's great. You know what? I actually really hate that now that I think about it.
What?
Like taking something just because no one else had it. Because what if someone wanted to use it? Because if you used it, then I'd be like, great. But what if
What am
somebody
I going
like
to use it for?
do what? Well, I don't know. But what if somebody wanted to use it?
Then they'll buy it from me for millions of dollars.
Okay.
I don't even know if I actually have that URL. I just have a...
Yeah, I don't think you ever set up a custom URL. I just think you
No.
set up a channel
made
called
the
Comic
channel.
Books. But you needed like 1,000 subscribers in order to,
Right.
yeah, which never happened.
So nobody has that, probably.
Maybe.
Make a YouTube channel called it. Sorry, Kevin. He said poop.
Oh, man. Introduce yourself.
My name is James McCune.
It's not.
That sigh speaks so much volume.
So
It's
much
like
volume?
You're just fed up
Yeah,
with my shenanigans.
that's true. We haven't recorded in a while.
Mm-mm.
I've been away. You've been sick, as you always are.
Listen. Yeah.
So what
Well, we
hap-
were supposed to record on Wednesday.
Right. What happened then?
There were too many friends.
Too many friends.
There were too many friends.
I don't remember what happened that day.
We recorded with Ricky,
Right.
and then we went to Drake's and
Then we
played
went to
Munchkin
Drake's. I forgot about that
Then-
whole experience.
then
Has
ate.
eluded me.
at Cheddar's.
That's right, we did.
And then I went home and ate
I also went home.
pasta.
But I didn't eat pasta.
Yeah, because I took it from you.
Yes, you did.
I feel fidgety, but my fidget cube is on the ground. So
Fair enough. Is this an exciting recap for everyone? I
Hope
feel like we
so.
should bring more energy into this podcast. You know what I mean?
I'm dead right now.
Hey, why did you want to record?
Because we have to.
All right.
I'm going to be gone for like a week.
Yeah, where are you going to?
Colorado.
Colorado. What's there? Nothing. Nothing's there in Colorado. Colorado's a dead man place.
Well, my mother and my boss Benny the comic story. And
Oh, I thought you were saying they were one and the same.
no, I don't work for my mother, unfortunately. No, my mom does like, she works in the hospitality industry, and she does like, I don't really know what the word is, but
Like an Airbnb.
no, she goes from place to place, from hotel to hotel to help them get back on their feet. She's like a temporary hire, so she's working in Aspen right now, and Benny's been wanting to get me up there again to lay down the law.
To what?
He wants me to teach Dan in Houston some editing tips and tricks.
Oh.
So,
Well, last I heard, Houston's been wiped off the map by a hurricane.
oh
so.
god, topical. I guess that is kind of topical since
Yeah.
this will go out soon.
Or tropical.
I like how Dennis changed the release date of this podcast without asking either of us.
So when?
Thursday.
Thursday?
Or no, I think he changed it to Saturday or something. I don't know.
I don't know. It's just whenever we make these guys. I don't know.
They just come out. It's fine.
I would like to have a steady release date of things.
We're busy people.
We're super busy.
We used to have a backlog of episodes, but
Are you gonna record multiple today, or just
we
the
have
one?
to.
Okay.
I was hoping for at least 3
All right, we can do that.
because that 2 is minimum.
Fantastic. Is this one almost done? How long have we been recording for?
6 minutes.
Oh man, we're so
Don't
close.
worry, I got so many things to talk
How
about.
many things do you have to talk about? Give me one example of a thing you have to talk about.
That big bag.
That is a big bag. What's that big bag for?
You know how Amazon has gift wrap?
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's a giant. Was that thing?
Yeah, it's my.
Okay.
What do you think that is?
It's a record player,
Yeah.
obviously.
Oh yeah, I told you about it.
But also, I can look at it and see that it's a record player.
Oh, I didn't know if you could tell from behind.
Well, I also walked in the front of the.
Oh, I didn't know how attentive you were.
No, it's a giant box that's new to me.
Well, sure, but I got all boxes.
Fair enough.
For
Plus, I'm sure I bought my mom something very similar a couple of years ago.
that.
A very similar.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's got Bluetooth. It's
Sure.
got a radio.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a tape deck
And CD player.
CD
I imagine.
player.
Mm-hmm.
and a record player.
And aux in, I imagine too.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's in the back.
Yep.
I thought it was out, but it wasn't. There's headphones that I can plug in, so I might be
Yeah.
able to upgrade the speakers, but
Yeah.
speakers aren't great
The
on it.
speaker's not good.
They're fine, but I'm surrounded with much better speakers in
Yeah.
my home, so it's a obvious difference.
Do you? I see. Are those records on top of it? What records do you have?
One, just a phanogram record.
Anagram.
I didn't buy any more since that one because I didn't have a record player, but now I do. So
Mm.
what I want to do is go to like thrift stores
Mm.
and find unmarked tapes and records
Yeah.
and just see what
Just
they are.
See what they are, man. Heck yeah. You know what's interesting about about like record players like these though, is like the reason I bought my mom a record player is because she has records and there's no way to play them.
Right.
But like I think a lot of people buy record players because they like want to buy a lot of records because I think like the sound is better. But like
Sure.
that only works so far as like as the speakers go, as you were saying,
Right.
like on the speaker, because like you're still doing an electronic output.
Right.
So like I mean, if you had one of those like
Phonogram things, yeah.
then sure, then you're getting like the original kind of sound, I guess. But like yeah, something like this is just.
No.
Yeah, don't buy that don't buy these sort of things if you're looking for like the best audio quality ever.
That's not. I just like records because they look cool
Sure.
and they're fun. Plus, I didn't even know that had. I just because I looked up record player on Amazon. I got this as a gift for context. It's been on my wish list for like 4 years. But I just looked up record player and that one looked cool. I didn't do any more research on it. I was like, all right, add to list.
Well, there you go.
I had zero idea it had anything else but a record player.
well, there you go.
Like I thought the
Yeah,
tuner in
it's
the middle was
very-
just for show.
Yeah, no, it's. I feel like today there are way more of like those all-in-one sort of things than
Yeah.
there are just standalone record players.
Well, it's because like you said about the sound thing. If you get just like an Audio Technica record player, it's gonna have good sound, or at least be able to like burn records and
sure.
do. I think Kevin has one like that he samples stuff from because it can plug into his computer.
Yeah.
Or
I just
something.
listened to everything on wax cylinders, so
What
that's the original. That's the OG before records.
before the record times?
Before the Land Before time.
Recorded times.
It's before recorded history. That's funny.
It's got a record in the name. We have to record 2 more of these.
Yeah,
today.
we do. We have to record 2 more of these.
Yep.
Weird thing that just popped in my head.
Please do.
Record.
You're gonna have to carry these podcasts
Yes,
today.
record and record were the first words that I noticed meant 2 different things and sounded 2 different ways, but were spelled the exact same way.
What are those called?
I don't know, like homophones?
Yeah. Homophobes?
Yeah, homophobes.
That's the one.
They were the first homophobes I ever witnessed and experienced when I was a small child.
That's some pretty tame ones.
Mm-hmm.
What about giraffe?
And
Giraffe.
nope, that's not one.
What about acorn? And a corn.
No,
Just a singular corn.
no, there's a space there.
What about
acorn and acon? No, that's not right.
what about pear
Mm-hmm.
and bear?
Those are spelled differently.
What about grapefruit?
Okay.
Rapefruit. Drop that G.
Oh boy, yeah. I
feel like there's a rap lyric there somewhere.
yeah, a bad one,
Well,
probably.
sure, but a rap lyric nonetheless.
Do you remember that old Whitest Kids You Know sketch about the grapist?
I'm gonna grape you in the mouth.
She's asking for it. Look what she's wearing. Look what she's wearing.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
purple. She's wearing purple, like a grape.
I feel like if she's already a grape, she wouldn't want to be graped.
No, she was a child wearing purple.
I'm gonna tie you to the radiator.
And grape you. I'm gonna grape your whole family.
Oh boy.
What a fun show that just really pushed the limits on a lot of things.
Why is your headphone cord so long?
It's not.
Oh, okay. I had imagined it went longer than that.
No, that's the average length.
Is that something you say a lot?
Yeah, no, it's average. It's you gotta get the right lighting, of course, but it's
The right lighting.
Mhm.
You gotta picture it next to something else.
Mhm.
Who
I
texted
usually
you?
hold up something
Chris.
for scale. Yeah.
What's he want?
We were talking about the book.
Terrible. Give everybody an update.
Chris is holding my money hostage so that I write a book.
Ah,
I put
sorry.
I put like $500 into a PayPal account and I said, Chris, this money is yours if I don't give you a new chapter every week. And so every Thursday he'll be like, hey man, Overwatch loot crates are looking pretty good right now. And I'm like, no. And then that forces me to write a chapter or else he spends $500 on Overwatch loot boxes.
I would do that.
Yeah. So
You've seen me do partially that.
that's true. But it also just works as a really good savings account because I just can't access that money easily.
Fair.
Like I don't have a PayPal card, so like I can't just spend it.
I do.
Yeah, I don't purposely. I choose not to because then it makes it harder for me to spend my money.
It made me. I had to get one because when you paid me in PayPal, it made it impossible for me to spend my money.
Right, that's true.
Unless I wanted to wait days to transfer to Wells Fargo, and sometimes it didn't get there. That's not true. It always got there, but I just wanted to make it
Do you
sound like
still
more
use
of a
Wells
hassle.
Fargo?
Yeah.
Why?
Why not?
Because of that huge scandal that happened last year.
That was last year.
Oh, okay. They're
Didn't
forgiven now.
me. What happened again? I don't even remember.
They were. It was revealed that they were setting up a whole bunch of
that's right.
unnecessary accounts so that people would pay them more money. I don't see in that scenario. I don't even think it matters if it happens to you. The fact that you're still with business with a company that does that sort of thing is just like that means they can get away with it and still have a big portion of their
I mean,
people.
I guess the real answer would be it never dawned on me to change.
Yeah.
And also, I think Eligible Monster is set up through Wells Fargo, so direct pay is a lot easier that way.
Sure.
So if I changed it, it would be a hassle for everybody involved. So I got to think of more than
Principle
myself.
of the thing.
Yeah, but I got to think of more people than myself.
I mean, you are. How does
No,
that
I
affect
know.
anyone else but you?
Because then I would have to change literally all the routing numbers with everyone with my anything that I have it set up through, and it would cause more of a headache for Benny to pay me.
But you could just. What about all the other stuff that how I used to pay you?
What do you mean?
Like through when I was paying you through like
Through PayPal?
No, not PayPal,
Oh,
but
through
like
SurePay?
yeah, or whatever, something
That's
like that.
still more of a headache because he just has it like automatic.
I don't know. For me, it's just like a principle of the thing. If I'm not going to keep supporting a company, I'll go through the headache if it means not supporting a company
But again,
that
it's
screws
not
people
my
over.
it's not my headache. I would be like, because of my principle, I'm gonna make your job harder.
Do you think he's going to fire you for that?
No.
Well, then,
But I don't
what's
wanna,
the deal?
Listen, I'm the type of person that he has problems with Google Drive, and I'm like, shit, I gotta move to Colorado now, so he doesn't have to upload anymore.
Yeah.
That's the type of person I am. So if I'm gonna, I don't want to inconvenience anyone in any small way.
Mm-hmm.
So if that means staying with shitty Wells Fargo, oh well. Maybe they're better now. Maybe they don't do that anymore.
They probably do.
Well, who's to say that Ally doesn't do that?
Well, they haven't been convicted of it, so that would be
guilty until proven innocent.
I don't think that's how that works.
Nope. I think it's. I'm not endorsing Wells Fargo, but I'm also not endorsing them. I didn't choose to sign up with Wells Fargo.
You can choose to leave.
No, sure, but again, it would cause problems for other people, and I don't want to do that.
I think big picture, staying with them means that I think it just depends on the people you care about, because if you're still supporting their business, then that tells them that they can just get away with screwing over other people, probably larger numbers of people than the ones that you're directly affecting.
Yeah, well, you saw
if
the
leave.
Emoji Movie in theaters and paid for it. So.
I didn't actually. I was like,
well, you were going to.
I was on my phone about to buy the ticket and I could not do it.
Well, how'd you see it?
I didn't.
Oh, I thought you did.
No.
Why'd you make a tweet about it then?
Because I was going to, but I didn't.
False advertising.
I was like, I'm going to go see the Emoji Movie. And I was like, once again, I was right on my phone
right,
about to buy
then.
the ticket. And I could not bring myself to do it.
Good. I'm going to try and think of some other damning examples.
Okay.
Throw you under the bus.
Fair enough.
Look, I feel attacked.
You should be. I'm attacking you.
I don't endorse Wells Fargo. They're fine. It's
They're not fine.
It's just like it's a thing. It's not even. It doesn't. Like, I don't even know how to talk about it because my bank is so trivial to me.
Yeah.
That it doesn't matter either way. But I just know if I did switch,
That's what the 1% wants you to think.
Maybe I am the 1%.
Oh, shoot.
You're close there.
Buddy. I wasn't going to do it.
You wouldn't curse. It's against your principle.
Yeah, not really. I don't have anything wrong. I don't have anything against cursing. It's just something that my parents raised me not to do. So it's really difficult for me to break that barrier.
My parents raised me not to curse.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what I'm sure everyone's parents raises them not to
Sure.
to do that, or a vast majority. I don't know. There's just something in my brain that my parents drilled in.
Code.
My parents drilled in the idea of not using explicit language and never, ever, ever doing any kind of drugs. So I've never even been curious to do.
Probably just means you had better parents than I did.
I think it just means I had like super duper, like I was scared of my parents and I didn't want to make them. I don't
guess
know.
it depends
It could
on
be
how you
anything.
react. Because
Yeah.
if you have overprotective, strict parents and they tell you not to do something, some people
People
are
would
just
be
going
like-
to do it.
Yeah, my sister, for
Despite
example,
them.
is my sister and
Just
my
a horrible
brother.
human.
Yeah, they're both garbage people. No, but they definitely grew up a little bit more. More like you, very liberal with their language, throwing it around,
Sure.
anything like that.
Put labels on me. How
Okay.
dare you?
Fine.
Call me a liberal.
Ugh.
Offensive.
Ugh. But yeah, so then I don't know, something happened in my brain where I just didn't do that. I remember first day, we may have talked about this before, first day of middle school, I walked up to my friends who I'd known for years. Like, we'd grown up with each other, and I don't remember them ever saying bad words.
And they did.
And like first day of middle school, it's like something changed, and all of a sudden, like swear words are flying all over the place, and I'm just like, "What memo did I miss? What happened to all of my
Summer
friends?"
memo. They had an Illuminati meeting. over the summer.
Apparently, goodness.
Just want to check something real quick.
Yeah.
Just before I ask a question.
Uh-oh.
Okay, yeah. Why are you wearing a sweater? It's 80 degrees out.
Oh, I don't know. I was cold in my apartment, so I wore a sweater.
And we're in Texas in the middle of summer.
Did you see? But it felt great yesterday. Did you go outside yesterday?
I haven't been outside in like 3 days.
Oh my God. Why?
What?
How? Why?
I don't leave the house.
Oh
I don't have
man.
a reason to.
Fair enough.
You do.
I don't-
You have to do things.
I don't really have a reason to. Sometimes I just
That's
get
true.
out of the house because I'm tired of being in the house all day.
Well, also, if you want food, sometimes you have to leave the house.
I mean, I could always get a Postmates if I wanted to.
That's true, but that's
But-
expensive. Sometimes
Sometimes.
I cheated the system. Hey,
Yeah?
Postmates, if you're listening, stop listening right now.
Yep.
Because don't convict
This
me.
podcast not for you.
So you know how they've been having a lot of like share this code with a friend and they'll get $100 off their delivery fees.
Yeah.
I have like 7 accounts,
There you go.
but I had to start entering emails that I didn't even know I had because it kept like locking me out or not giving me the code. Or like there was one point where I entered an email and entered the code on my phone and it said this code has already been used on this device. And I was like, oh, okay. So it recognizes my phone somehow. So I entered it on my laptop and it still didn't work.
Oof.
I was like, what? I don't use Postmates on my laptop. So I made a completely new account with a Gmail account that I just guessed. Apparently I have.
Nice.
So now I have free delivery fees for Postmates for the next good bit.
Well, there you go.
Here, man. Oh, you want to? I have a fun story.
Okay.
Do you
that was
want
great.
a summary or do you want me to just get right into it?
Give me like a brief teaser.
I slept on a bed full of ants.
Recently?
Yeah, last night.
Oh, is it still?
Why are you looking over there?
Because
That's my kitchen.
Oh, that's sorry. I was aiming towards your office because I rarely ever go into your bedroom.
I don't have a bed in my office.
I don't know. I'm just like I said. I just don't ever think about your bedroom because your bedroom's a closet.
It's a Harry Potter closet.
So is it still there?
No.
Okay.
So at 7 a.m. after streaming for 7 hours, I wanted some food. So I ordered some Shipley donuts.
I see it. There's a bag over there on the counter.
Yeah, that's the bag.
That's the one. Story checks out so far.
Yep. So I ordered 3 kolaches and a cinnamon twist.
Okay. What is a kolache?
What?
What is that word that you said?
What?
I don't know what that word means.
How the fuck have you gone 25 years without knowing what a kolache is?
That sounds like a made-up thing that you just created.
It's a little sausage in a roll.
Okay.
I'll show you.
All
God,
right.
what the fuck?
Is it just like
This
pig
is
in a
the
blanket?
No, it's different.
Okay.
Pig in a blanket is made with like, it's a different type of bread for pig in a blanket.
It's like a biscuit.
Yeah. How the fuck have you got?
I don't know, man.
That's the weirdest gap in your knowledge I've ever discovered.
Everyone has blind spots. I just don't.
That's a very strange one.
I just never. I don't know what that word is.
Kolache.
It reminds me of the word galoshes, but that's a very different thing.
Here, it's this, but like closed. This is one cut in half.
Oh. Yeah, no, I've never seen that.
Normally they have cheese in them. Sometimes
Okay,
jalapenos.
I know like bagel dogs.
Maybe that's just a Texas thing. Bagel dogs are also different.
Yeah, I know. Different breads, but like
Yeah,
similar
here's a better
concept.
picture.
Oh, it's like a croissant thingy.
Sometimes they're croissants, not always.
I'm sure I've had that before. I've had like mini versions of those.
Here, this isn't one, but that's the bread. What it normally looks like.
Fair enough. Yeah, I don't know. These just seem like generic put meat in bread.
There's more.
That seems like that specific image. Can we throw it up on screen real fast? That specific image seems like a mistake. That's too much bread to that little bit of hot dog.
The bread to sausage ratio is not always the best.
Yeah.
Also, it's sausage, not hot dog.
It's okay. It looks like hot
Specifically.
dogs. Sorry.
Pigs in blankets are hot dogs.
Yes, or mini wieners. If you want to do mini versions.
Don't speak to me about my mini wieners.
Hey, it's
So-
average size. Okay.
So I ordered 3 of them
Yeah.
and a and a cinnamon twist.
Language.
Do you know what a cinnamon twist is?
Yeah, that's like when you take a biscuit and then you fill it with pizza ingredients.
Oh, fuck.
I'm thinking of a pizza roll. Sorry.
Pizza roll.
No, yeah, I know what a cinnamon
You know what a cinnamon twist is, but not kolache. Have you ever been to a donut shop?
Well, I mean, I'm imagining what a cinnamon twist is. Is it like a Taco Bell cinnamon twist thing?
I guess.
All right,
I've
fair
never had
enough.
those. It's like a donut, but
With
cinnamon
and you
and
twist
twist.
it. Fair, fine.
I
I also don't eat donuts that
I
much.
ordered. Point
Alright.
is, I ordered one. They got me two, so I ate both of them. Obviously,
Of course you did.
And most of the time, you know, the little tray that I have. I bought it at home specifically to eat
in your bed. Yeah.
Normally I eat with that, but it was all the way in the other room, and I was tired. I'd been talking for 7 hours straight.
Did you spill sugar on your bed?
Well, the thing is, I have done this before, and ants haven't invaded my home. So I don't know. I ate everything just in my bed like a normal person.
Sure.
And I didn't like super spill anything anywhere, but I was like, all right, cool. I put everything in the bag all nice, put it away. And then I went to sleep, and I woke up, and everything was normal. I got about like 3 hours of sleep. It wasn't great.
Sorry for the handling noise. Mike is going
Mike?
crazy over there. Mike.
But I lived my Saturday,
Yeah.
and then I went to lay in bed to order some food because I was supposed to go to dinner with my family, but
You
I
had
was
become Ant-Man.
no, I was dead tired, so I didn't. They didn't care though because it was supposed to be my birthday dinner, so it was my decision.
Ooh.
But I'm gonna go tonight instead. So I get in bed and I'm watching a video. I laid there for a solid 25 minutes with like just sharp, like little what I now know were bites, but just like sharp little pain all over my body.
Yeah.
And I was just scratching and like maybe because I was outside a bunch and stepped in some water. So I was like, maybe bugs were around and were biting me. And this is just me noticing it now. But I get up at a certain point when I'm done. I'm like, all right, this has to be something. There has to be like a spider crawling on me or something. And there's just ants all
Just
over
everywhere.
the bed, just all over the sheets.
Ooh.
And I was like, oh,
Hate that.
good. I don't know where they come from.
Yeah.
Like one time I had a Slurpee, and I used to get drinks, and I would put them before I put curtains in that window over there, and I didn't have a little side table. I would put them on the windowsill, my drinks. And I would get soda, which is sugary, or just all kinds of stuff. But one day I got a Slurpee and didn't drink it all and left it there. And I woke up and there were the most amount of ants I've ever seen in my life in and around that Slurpee.
Makes sense.
It was a nightmare. But no, it's that after I discovered the ants, my night went to shit. Because I was like, great, now I have to be up for at least 2 hours to clean this and make sure it dries good enough. And then when I took the blanket out, put it in the washer, and then went in to grab the sheets, and I stubbed my toe.
Oh God!
I was like, "Come on, man!"
On today of all days.
And then like I ordered food, and that was good, but I don't know. I can't remember. I feel like there was something wrong with it, but I can't
ants in
remember.
the food.
There were ants in my canes.
I don't know how they got there before I did.
I don't understand how the ants just appear.
They just super love sugar. I don't know.
That was the other thing. There's still like half of a cinnamon twist in that bag, and there's no ants in that bag. So I'm like, the fuck are you doing, guys? That's the gold mine. Come on.
Get it there. No, I'm one of the prequels, either episode 1 or I think it's episode 2 of Star Wars. I'm referring to everybody.
Yes. I told a girl once my favorite movie used to be Empire Strikes Back, and she was like, not familiar. I was like, oh, Star Wars? It's like, oh, my bad.
Everyone has their blind spots.
Continue.
I want to say episode 2 because everything wrong happened in that movie.
Yes.
But episode 1 had more miniatures, so I don't really know. On one of those movies, they had a scene with a planet that had a waterfall in it. and they were shooting a miniature of it. They didn't want to do like CGI waterfalls. So they were just like, well, we're not going to do water in a miniature because that doesn't look like a real waterfall. You have to have it rushing and white and everything. So they used sugar to like pour off the side of like a mini cliff, and that would look like a water. And it worked really well until they came in the next day and there were ants everywhere.
Where do they come from?
I don't know.
How do they know?
I wanted them. I desperately hope they filmed like the ants, giant ants marching around this tiny planet.
Someone just has that footage on their computer.
Amazing. But I believe the next day they switched to using salt instead because it's the same thing and doesn't attract ants.
Right. Do you ever get like one bug on you and then you put it away?
Yeah, I store it and I put it away.
You put it away.
I put it back to where I had it before.
You
yeah, you're
swat
right.
it away, and then you just feel like phantom bugs all over you for the rest of your life.
Only at night. Only if it's at night and I'm trying to sleep, because normally during the day I'm focusing on other things that I can't really think about bugs. But if my one goal is to sleep at night, and I even imagine that there are possibly bugs in my bed, there doesn't have to be one. If my mind wanders to like, I bet there's. I think I feel a bug, and as soon as like that enters my thought, I just can't. I squirm and
the bug man.
Exactly.
It's the mind over matter.
Yeah, which can not be created or destroyed.
I was gonna do a callback, but you're better at them.
Yay!
So. Oh.
Yeah. What's that?
I don't know, man. I'm real tired.
Okay. Well, how long have we been going for?
10 minutes.
That's not true, Dylan. How long have we been actually going for?
31.
31.
I want to say something.
Yeah, please do. This is your platform.
My penis is 7 inches wide.
Wide? Oh, God.
That would be a nightmare.
Yeah.
That's like a pizza.
It sure is. It's like a nice medium pizza.
Pizza-ness.
Yeah, that's not medium pizza. It's like 7 inches isn't that wide, though.
What would you call those cuffs?
These cuffs?
That specific way to cuff them?
I don't know.
Well,
he's referring to my shirt. I did fun anecdote though. Everything you say brings me back to a fun anecdote.
That's the goal.
That's how podcasts work, I guess. My friend Antonio from
Banderas?
Yep, I know him.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he's a real life Puss in Boots.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Go on.
My friend Antonio from Real Men Real Style, a YouTube channel and blog you should check out. He was telling me that like when you're an expert, quote unquote expert in your field, and you come across something that nobody has named, then you can even if you didn't invent it, but you just discovered that it has no name and it's like a common thing, you have every right to name it and see if it catches on. So he named a type of sleeve, like a way to roll up your sleeves. I can't remember which way, but he noticed that like sleeve rolling had like hardly any names, because who cares about the names of various types of sleeve? So like they have some names, but he discovered one that didn't have a name, and so he called it the AIFA technique, which is AIFA, which simply stands for Antonio is effing awesome. And so it just got me thinking about if there's any sort of comic book technique or any sort of thing that doesn't have a name. I kind of want to name it something that's not as obvious as like the Nice Wonder line.
How about using porn as reference?
Give me an example.
Greg Land.
Yeah.
Just in general.
Okay.
That's how he draws.
Fair enough.
I just filmed an Orms forum on that, so that's on the mind.
Oh, sorry. You meant like as like art reference. Gotcha. I thought you meant like reference, like in the story referencing porn.
No.
And I was like, that seems like a thing that anything can do.
No, that because you have swiping for like stealing art.
Stealing art.
But you can be more specific and name that. You call that the Nice Wander technique.
No, I don't want that to have my name attached to it.
You got to leave a legacy.
We'll call it landing.
Landing. Call it the good old Greg.
Yeah.
That guy, he's proud of it.
I'm sure he is.
I've
never understood the mindset of reference art because I know of some artists who will be like, no, you have to learn how to draw everything from your mind because that's the only way that you can, that's how real artists do it. But then I've seen tons of artists on Twitter who will post their reference photos of like themselves posing as their characters or whatever. I
Yeah.
did a pose just then for everyone who was.
Sure. It was a good one.
Thank you.
It's like the thinker.
Yeah, like, I keep pulling my.
This is too long.
It's not long. It's fine.
It's too long.
But anyway, so yeah, I don't know. So I see artists posting those and like making a hashtag out of it, like Wacky Reference Wednesday or something like that. And like, so I'm like curious about what is the mindset of using reference photos for comic art?
Generally, reference is there's a spectrum.
Yeah.
Because like if in the case of Greg Land, he's just basically tracing his reference. But if you
Right.
just use reference as like, because I used to do this. I used to use Pokemon reference and just try and draw that just to get better.
Sure.
And then learn how things work. Because people use, like specifically with poses, people use hands and stuff for anatomy a lot because anatomy is fucking impossible.
Yeah, I
to
mean
draw.
you've got all those little like posable dolls
Right.
that you can put in different things.
Exactly. It's just when it's when you copy and paste something essentially is when it turns into swiping.
Yeah, I think that's true. I think also like a good thing with reference photos is not even just anatomy, but also just clothing, the way that clothing flows throughout
Yeah.
a certain thing as well. That's hard to do because you could
kind of
you could-
random.
Yeah, because you could know how to draw a naked human being just by knowing all of the anatomy, but like
Right.
how does a jacket fit on
Right.
that person? What are the lines and everything there? So like, yeah, that kind of thing you might need a bit of help with. So look, I don't care. I do think, tracing is like,
Yeah.
don't do that.
No. There's
but-
just there's a line that you shouldn't cross. Like trying
The
to
nice
find an
wonder
anal-
line.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, there you go. Trying to think of a good analogy for. It's like if I don't know. I thought if I just started the analogy, it would come to me,
No,
but it didn't.
no.
Oh well.
Who cares?
We could probably be done.
How long have we? It's only been like 30 something, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, technically we only set out for these to be half an hour.
But people are used to the. Are you just dead? You're like dead.
No,
that you don't wanna-
I mean, we have to record 3, so
I'm fine with that. Let's at least hit. How long are we right now?
I mean, I have more to say.
Okay.
I just.
What's the time?
Oh, we're at 37.
37?
Yeah.
Let's make it to like.
We need to stop mentioning the time code.
Well, it's because
in the podcast because I don't edit these.
Right, but I need to know, and I can't
Sure.
see it, and you're the only one that can see it.
Well, that's why I give you false numbers.
Yes.
We'll keep going.
Okay.
I'll just tell you when I'm comfortable with being done.
Okie dokie.
Okay?
How about now?
No. Question.
Yeah.
Or more a statement.
Mm-hmm.
Your sweater's inside out.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Are you sure?
Positive.
The logo is like.
Yeah, but that's the other side of it.
Oh. Well, then you ruined the logo.
This is the second time that you've thought a clothing article of mine has
Really?
been inside out on the podcast. The other one was my 3/4 sleeve shirt that you were like, "Is
I
that
don't remember
inside
that.
out?" Yeah, I'm pretty sure we have it recorded.
Why'd you ruin your sweater?
I didn't.
You shouldn't have put it through the wash.
What? This is how it came, man. I didn't buy this.
Really?
I didn't buy this new.
No, I know. I was there when you bought it. I don't remember it looking like that.
It's pretty average.
Should just rub it off.
I don't think you can rub off.
You can rub anything off if you're good enough.
Yeah, you know what? I trust you. You're the expert on that.
Yeah. I like saying things with such certainty that someone
Yeah.
will believe me.
Mm-hmm.
That probably isn't a good thing.
That was freaking. If you do it well enough, you can really screw people over, like in a really bad way, because it might get to the point where you'll assume people know that you're joking,
Right.
but they won't know.
If it's so ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Like, give me an example.
Like I think I brought this up before on the podcast, but like my roommate I was writing little like comedy sketches and stuff in college, and every time I would pitch an idea or a joke to my roommate, he would say, "Oh no, the Simpsons already did that." And he would say it so seriously that I'd be like, "Oh dang it!" And so I'd throw it away, and I wouldn't save it. And then months down the line, he'd be like, "Oh, you thought I was I was joking for all of those. And
Oh,
I'm
no.
like, all of those potential comedy skits and jokes, they're just gone now. And I can't even remember. I don't even have an example of one because I just erased them from my mind as soon as he was like, "Yeah, The Simpsons did it."
That sucks.
Mm-hmm.
I keep wanting to talk about your sleeves.
Why? Should I fix them?
No, they're fine. It's just I'm curious as to how many different types of cuffing there are.
Yeah?
Because I don't do that one a
No?
lot.
This
I
is
do
just like
one.
an upturn cuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the simple one. But anytime,
Uptown puffs.
oh no, anytime I do that one, they always fall down.
Yeah?
But that's probably just because I have ill-fitting clothes.
Yeah, I mean, this is the sweater holds this one in place mostly because
Yeah.
it's got like it's
Thick.
got that elastic.
Oh,
Puts it in place.
this is very good podcast content.
Yeah. Guys, rate our outfits on a
I
scale
rate-
of 1 to
Oh.
hell yeah.
I mean, people can figure out mine because I mentioned that I filmed something today. So,
Oh, okay.
And I didn't do a quick wardrobe change before
Yeah.
you got over here.
I
Or
was,
did I?
So that brings me to my next point, which is that your sparkly onesie that you're wearing right now
Yes.
is very form-fitting.
It's made out of diamonds.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell. Oh, the air freshener went off. You know the mixed berry thing that I got the other day?
Yeah.
The air freshener. It smells like a nice perfume.
Yeah? Is that good or bad?
It depends. I like it, but it also kind of smells directly like the perfume of a girl I used to know.
Oh, no.
So at first I was like, oh, fuck, I got to live with this for like 2 months. But I've grown to like it
There you go.
over the past day.
Yeah, I bought air freshener that smells like exactly like my brother's, my older brother's room, who always used to have the best. He would like hog all the consoles, the video game
Smelled
consoles.
like meat sweats.
No, I've never gotten meat sweats.
Meat sweats.
I've never even heard of the term meat sweats until maybe a couple years ago, and then I was like, "What the heck is a meat sweats?"
That's what you get from eating kolaches.
I guess so. Maybe that's why.
Probably.
But yeah, like I got air freshener that smells exactly like my older brother's room, and he would have when I was a child, he would have like the Xbox and like all the other like PlayStations, and he would have all the video games. So to me, the air freshener smells like playing old school video games. And
Oh, nice.
and it's awesome.
That's like
I say old school, and I mentioned Xbox.
Xbox.
Yeah.
Some guys out there like fucking
But it
millennials.
also smells like Sega Genesis. So there you go.
What's the color purple taste like?
The color purple? I don't know. I guess I've been conditioned to think it's like a
Grape.
like a berry. Yeah, like a grape or a berry.
Like this one?
Sure.
What is this fruit?
I don't know. It looks like it's in between a Concord grape and a plum. Like it's like right in between size wise.
It's like an egg to me.
Wait, you're talking about this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like shape wise.
Shape-wise,
Obviously it's
I
like
guess.
black purple.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
We're talking about my very beautiful
No.
potted plant that I have.
It is hideous.
No, it's not.
It is really ugly, Dylan.
I'm glad it doesn't come up as much. People have just kind of accepted it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's ever appeared on a video.
No, probably not.
I love her.
Oh, it's a her now.
It's a her now. There's like different kinds of peaches on
Well, if
it.
it's a plant, then isn't it both a her and a him?
Herm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna name all of my children. I'm gonna name them Herm.
Herm.
Herm. Hey Herm.
Herm is like what old people say when they didn't understand what you said. Herm. Herm.
That's how old people say my internet alias.
Yeah.
Herm.
Welcome to Herm's Comics.
Yeah, Herm's Comics. There was somebody.
I'm expecting a parody Twitter account now
Oh,
called
God.
Herm's Comics.
That'd be great. Oh, also, I feel like I should mention the corn dog account. They're not active every day anymore.
So does that mean you
As
don't
far
have
as
to
I
eat
know,
hot dog?
I don't have to. I probably still will. But
You're sitting here going like, man, my stomach doesn't feel great today, or what? Like
didn't say that.
Well, I'm just saying like every other time like we want to record or do something, you're always like, I'm not feeling very well, and so I'm like, a part of my head's like, do you think it's like the fact
Hold
that you're
on.
willing to eat the whole box of corn dogs?
hold on, show me the Carfax.
Show me the Carfax. What are you talking about?
of previous times where you've wanted to record, but I've said no because I haven't felt well, other than my ear infection.
It might not even be recording. It could just be like, hey, can we go to IKEA or whatever? And you'd be like, I can't because I don't feel very well or whatever.
When was that? When was IKEA?
It was a couple, maybe like last week or something like that.
Oh, okay. Well, also, I wouldn't have been able to anyway if I thought about it because I still have my comics in my car.
Yeah.
So we wouldn't have been able to fit anything in there.
Yeah. So right here. Boom.
Carfax.
August 20th.
That's my birthday.
Yeah, that was your birthday. And you're like, I have a stomach ache all day.
Oh, I had diarrhea that day.
So there you go. Like that,
That
I'm
was a
just telling you,
genuine
that's
thing.
examples of me wanting to go do things or being invited to things.
I had agency. I had diarrhea, and it was my birthday.
I'm just saying.
So fuck off.
No. I'm not saying it's. I'm just saying like it's kind of a trend that you're not feeling well.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like today, it was a mental thing.
Yeah.
But I got over it.
Fair enough.
I have suspicions that and I hate saying this because I know there are a lot of people who will roll their eyes anytime you claim that you have a mental disorder, but you haven't been diagnosed.
Mm-hmm.
But I have evidence that's not. What I'm trying to say is I think I've told you this before. I have suspicions that I have bipolar disorder. But both my parents
Because you're angry
have
all the
that
time.
also.
You're always
No,
yelling at me and
that's-
punching me.
That's different.
Oh, okay.
I definitely do have anger problems. I haven't been diagnosed, but I'm 100% sure that I have anger problems.
Yeah, I don't know if anger problems is a diagnosed condition.
Well,
It just
anger
seems-
management problems.
Okay.
That's a thing. People go to places for that.
Yeah, sure. They hired Jack Nicholson.
Yep. No, but like, I don't know, a normal person doesn't rip a mounting bracket out of the wall and throw it across their house.
That's true.
But I do. But yeah, like I don't know, I just have, like today is a good example.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to do jack shit earlier, but now I want to record somewhat more than I did earlier.
Well, that's good.
I do.
Yeah, I've been meaning to go get my brain checked out. Simply because,
What?
Well, I don't know. I'm number one. I'm very paranoid since.
What do you mean get your brain checked out? Like
I'm-
physically or just?
Yeah, like I feel I'm always. I wake up. I sleep for like 12 hours, and then I wake up, and then I like do maybe 3 to 4 hours of stuff, and I'm exhausted, and I go back to sleep or whatever.
Oh,
so
right.
like,
We talked about this.
yeah. So like, I don't know. I feel like there's something. There might be something physically going on in my brain. And I'm also just super paranoid because 2 of my family members have or had cancer. So I'm just like, I just want to rule that kind of stuff out right now.
Go to the doctor.
I'm thinking about it.
You have health insurance?
I do.
Well, that's fancy. 1% piece of trash.
Okay.
I don't have health insurance.
Do you not? I just don't
No.
know I don't know where to go. Well, it's not like everywhere. You need only certain doctors will take the certain
Right.
healthcare stuff. So I
Just
don't
call
know.
them.
Yeah.
Do you know what your health insurance is?
I can probably find out. I just
Yeah.
I just didn't know of any
Get
doctors
your
or
little
hospitals.
card.
Okay.
Call them and say, hey,
All right.
do
I have cancer?
No, they won't tell you. You got to go in for that.
They don't know?
No,
They can't just hear my voice?
they'll just say probably and then hang up and then block your number.
Oh, yikes.
No, ask you, say, hey, do you accept Norton
Security?
antivirus? Like, we sure do. What if Norton sold healthcare?
So it was
That'd be pretty good.
computer viruses and real life viruses
Yeah.
protected?
But like, it didn't. Their health insurance cost a lot, but really didn't do much.
Yeah.
Just like their
Just like that. I
antivirus.
got you. I followed.
Cool. I've had Norton for like the past 5 years.
Yeah.
Because my dad kept paying for it for some reason.
Man.
But now it's finally run out. My subscription has finally run out.
Yeah.
So I just
Notice
have
any
the-
change?
Nope. Just have the Windows Defender. If anything, I more easily open programs that sometimes I would have to jump, like very actually safe programs that I would have to jump through hoops because
Oh, sure.
Norton's like, no.
Yeah. Apple's protection. Do you want to stop playing around with that cable? Yikes.
I didn't realize it was still plugged in.
Yeah, Apple's protection against that sort of stuff
Alright.
is more so just a are you sure you want to open this program?
Yeah.
And then you just go, yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, all right.
Windows does the same thing.
Yeah.
Their
I mean,
basic stuff.
Apple's like, if you get it from our app store, then you're good. But like, nobody sells apps through their Mac app store. Everything. There's a ton of iOS stuff, millions upon millions of apps over here on the app store. Barely anything on the Mac apps. And it's like there are programs that I've used that like made the switch once Apple introduced their Mac app store, and they're like, yeah, let's just do it through here. But they realized that they're making way less money, and people were still buying it because obviously Apple takes a third of the money.
Oh, right.
And all of the updates would be like, is your thing broken?
No, I probably just have to screw it in a little more.
Yeah.
Yours does the same thing.
Yeah.
But I just like
angle
mine.
it straight at my face.
Yeah, I like mine up.
But yeah, anyway, the point is nobody uses a Mac app store.
I use the iPhone 6 Plus.
Mm-hmm.
What are you looking at?
The whatever's lighting up over there on your plugs.
It's like a night light, but it doesn't ever know when it's nighttime.
Oh.
So
Gotcha.
it's supposed to turn on when it's dark, but because it's perpetually vaguely in the shadow,
yeah, I gotcha.
it kind of just is always in a state of flux.
Sure is. Oh, it's getting brighter now. Oh.
It's in a Speed Force prison.
Sure is. It does appear like there's a small man inside of there trying to get out.
Just screaming.
That's funny.
For his life. I almost got real mad / sad earlier.
Mm-hmm. You got mad sad?
Mad sad.
YouTube.com/mad sad13.
Because did you know that I sent my laptop in to get fixed?
No, I didn't know that.
So I sent it in to get fixed.
Because Norton ran out?
No.
Oh.
Because I was plugging my charger in, and the charger was like lighting up and working, but it wasn't actually charging the laptop.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So I sent it in to get fixed, and I got it back, and it was sitting up there on the charger for a couple days, and I grabbed it to go into my bedroom and just diddle around on it while I was watching stuff on the TV.
How to get rid of ants.
It was almost dead, and I was like, no, it's been on the charger for days. Mm-hmm. So I go in and plug it in, and nothing happens.
Oh, no.
I was like, you have to be fucking kidding me. But I think because it was plugged into the 3-prong thing.
Yeah.
So I think that had something to do with it, because I plugged it into the top one, and it was fine.
Oh, okay.
So it's fine, but I almost got mad sad.
It's like when the Xbox Red Ring of Death, you would send it in and they would send it back and it'd still be broken.
Yep, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't know.
They don't know what's going on, man.
I wonder if that'd be interesting to see how many repairs are just they don't do anything.
Yeah, and they're just like,
I don't see the problem.
we turned it
Just
off
send
and we turned it back on again.
I was like, when I called in to ask for support, I was like, can you just send me a new charger or something, or do I have to send it in? I was like, we'll try and update you this firmware. I'm going to send you a link. I'm like, dude,
yeah,
my laptop's dead and
How
it
are you
won't
gonna do
charge.
that?
What are you talking about? So they sent me a box,
point.
and I sent that box to them via FedEx.
Yeah, I just got done watching the IT Crowd, and they were.
How was it?
I liked it. I know a lot of people were turned off because of the laugh track.
Me included.
Yeah. I liked it a lot. It's the show that Big Bang Theory thinks it is.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, like, it gets really old. Like the very like the joke, the continuing joke gets a little old about like, have you tried turning it off and turning it back on again?
Yeah.
But the very final episode has like a really kind of fun conclusion to that whole thing.
Does everyone die?
Yes.
Cool.
No. I don't know. There are a couple, like, they do their best to keep it fresh, to keep that kind of catchphrase fresh. Like, there was one thing where they were, one of the characters was stuck next to a suspicious package while, like, a bomb diffusing robot was going in to, like, solve it.
Oh,
and they were
no.
just like, I'm like, what system are you running that robot on? They're like, Windows Vista, we're dead. We're all dead because of this. And like it was just having problems. And he said, I was like, have you tried turning it off and turning it back on again?
Not Vista.
Mm-hmm.
How come?
Many jokes. Good jokes.
So, I don't know why I'm asking you this. You don't know.
Yeah.
Is Windows 10 like the last Windows now?
Like the last ever?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Well, because...
Why would they stop?
Cause with the reason there were so many like the reason it was XP Vista 7 was because they didn't really make that many they didn't make big updates.
Sure.
They could have, but they didn't. But with Windows 10, one of their mission statements was like we're going to do that now. Which is why like the creator update came out where they fixed a lot of stuff and added Paint 3D. Paving the road for Paint going away.
Oh yeah.
Finally.
I heard about that.
Which is sad, but
Sad.
but yeah, that's what I'm curious about. Why they don't just call it Windows if that's the case? Because Windows 10 implies that because there also was no 8 or 9. Well, no, there was an 8. There was an 8 and an 8.1. That's right. But then there's just 10 now. Where's 9?
Nowhere.
It's like people are like they're gonna call it the iPhone 10 because it's the 10th anniversary. No, they're not. It's going to be the iPhone 8 or the iPhone.
I mean,
or the iPhone.
There is precedent for Apple jumping up to 10.
Why?
I don't know. 10's exciting.
It's just confusing, though. What happened to 8, 9?
I don't know. But like their Mac OS system used to be called OS X, OS 10.
Yeah, but that's an X.
Right,
it's less confusing.
Sure, but like all of their programs inside of it would jump to like QuickTime 10 or something like that. Even it went from 7. Dumb. It went from 7 to 10, I think, like that.
Why would they do that?
Just 10, man. Because 10.
At that point, just drop the number. Just call it QuickTime and then have release.
They did. Things. I mean, Apple's changed it. So like the OS X is now just called Mac OS. But they're doing increments of like. They had 10.7, 10.8, 10.9.
I like how Adobe does it.
Yeah.
Where it's just like yearly things.
I think that's a good idea.
Premiere 2017. Easy.
Yep.
You get incremental stuff in between.
Yeah, you don't have to guess like, do I have the newest one? Well, does it say the year? Then you probably have it.
That's like with... If they just called it the iPhone, then it could be like the iPhone 2018 or whatever. Yeah. Like cars do that too. That's
what they did for the iPad once, but everyone hated it.
When was that?
For the iPad 3, which was not called the iPad 3, it was called the new iPad.
Well, that's because it was called the new iPad.
Right, but they weren't marketing it as the new iPad. Like the name wasn't the new iPad. They were just calling it, this is our new iPad. And so
that was the problem.
They
should have said the iPad, whatever the year was.
So then people decided, like it just caught on that people were calling it iPad probably 2013 or something like that, whenever that came out. But yeah, like that's what they were calling it. But everyone was like, "This is dumb. I want to go back to numbers." So then, I don't know.
Well, it's like in 20 years, are we gonna have the iPhone 20? No, have the iPhone 2020. I guess you could make an argument that's just as confusing.
Yeah,
but. Why can't we just have hardware that updates with updates?
Yeah, why not that? Computer scientists, figure that one out for us. Why can't I download a new hard drive?
Yeah, let me go download some more RAM.
I'll pay extra. Wait, do you think there'll be a point where everyone has 3D printers where you that like do more than just the plastics or whatever?
Probably but, like way in the future.
Yeah,
maybe in like 50 years.
And then you can just download a new. I mean,
we kind of have that now.
Yeah.
With not the 3D printing thing, but like you can do the like Apple upgrade program or whatever.
Sure. But like, what if I don't want to leave my home?
Well, you can have a Postmate do it for you.
Oh, okay. But like,
I delivered an iPhone once.
Fair enough.
It was really sketchy.
That's right.
I wanted to keep it. I was really hoping that like it wasn't an actual order, so I could just have a free iPhone 7. Didn't work that way though.
Nah.
I'm comfortable stopping now.
Okie dokie.
So you can get off of me.
All right. I've been on Dylan the whole time.
You've been sitting on me the whole time.
Re-listen to the episode and think of that.
That's your new challenge. Listen to this twice.
Every time I'm like, hey, it's average length. Just imagine that.
Oh boy.
Well, cool. Thanks for listening, everyone.
What do we want them to do on Twitter?
Yeah. Well, I already asked them to rate our outfits. So.
Oh yeah, do that.
Rate our outfits. Use a hashtag
or standing invitation to send us your penises.
No.
It's always an option.
See, that's unfair to the people who don't have penises.
We had this conversation.
Yes. What was the conclusion?
The conclusion was I'm right, you're wrong. Case
All right.
closed.
Speaking of closed, Radar Clothes
Oh boy.
on Twitter using a hashtag or whatever. Yeah, at an online podcast.
An online podcast.
I'm Scott specifically at
Well,
Scott Nice Wander.
That's the one.
And then you are
Cheater.
spelled.
How it sounds.
I imagine it's like the word cheddar, but with an extra E.
Cheater.
Cheater.
At Chester Cheeto.
People are actually tagging the fake accounts that you
Are they?
that you say.
Oh, good.
And some of them, most of them just don't link to anywhere.
I want to see those now. I don't remember the ones that I've said.
Yeah, there was. I can't even remember. Oh, you said Barack Obama destroyed, or no? Yeah, something like destroyed healthcare or something like that. And like,
That's a long one.
yeah, it was real long, but somebody tried to tag that. Of course, nobody has that name.
No.
I feel like that's too
Somebody
long for
should.
Twitter. Yeah.
We just broke an hour.
Oh, rad. Well, apologies to that hour for breaking you, but we
Wow.
will be.
Wow.
We'll be back.
Wow.
We'll be in the same outfits the next time we record because we're going to record right after this.
Just maintain the illusion.
I mean, we'll be in different outfits, different days recording.
Mm-hmm.
Not directly after this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, bye-bye.
For any of our viewers who have access to internet, we invite your comments.